It's here. It's here. It literally arrived just now. I meant to be working, but this is more important. Ooh. Okay, so here we go. So there is a life app, a Hobonichi app. I don't know how I feel about that. The reason I use Hobonichi or journaling in general is because I don't want to be using apps, but I will try it. I'll try it and see. Then we have, let's do the accessories first. So we have a book band. This actually, I confess, is not to be used with my Hobonichi this year. This is really to be used on other books. But it was only a few pounds. And I just thought it's quite cute. So then we have the free pen that came, multicolour pen. Super cute. And free robot, because I ordered directly from Hobonichi, from the website. I looked at the resellers locally, and the amount that I was buying meant that it was worth it to just pay the shipping. And I think it actually was cheaper for me to buy direct from Hobonichi plus shipping than it would have been to buy these things from the resellers that I would use in the UK. I do buy from the resellers generally. Like, I bought I can't find it, it's too messy, but like I will buy from the resellers because like generally I'm not buying more than 1 or 2 things at a time. I've got 2 packs of the sticky notes. I've got the index stickers, which have 2 sheets. I'm not going to be using them for, I've only got 1 Techo this year. I'm not getting a Techo and a cousin, so possibly I can use it for next year as well. Then I've got the sticky notes, the translucent tabs, and I've got the little memo books. I didn't realise, so I've got memo books, the A5 ones, which are just stitched. I haven't used them. I'm going to use them. I've got 2 specific projects that I'm working on that I think are going to span over at least the September to like March period, so I don't want to have them in a dated book. And I like that they're thin and I can tuck them into the back, but I didn't realise that the A6 ones are perforated, apparently. Is it perforated? Oh, yes, it is perforated. That tears beautifully, which means that I'll be able to match the paper to the Techo nicely. I have heard from the Hobonichi Reddit, the Hobonichi subreddit, I've seen that apparently these are, so these are the sticky notes. So they've got that much sticky, so it's literally like 1 row, 1 box worth of sticky. But that paper is definitely not, that's not tomoe ribbon paper, that's something quite thick. And I believe that if what I've seen is true, I will test it when I open up the Techo, which I'm going to do next. So this is, I'm opening it, I'm not savouring anything. This is the 2026 Techo. Cute little book with some guides. Not going to read that. This is the Techo. I know that everybody says that cover is ugly, but I really like it. There's something about how like sharp that paper is that's really nice. And I mean, I've had these before, so it's not a shock or a surprise. I really like the colours. I like that the colours are not seasonal. I like that they are seemingly random. I don't know what thought process they put into choosing these specific colours. I don't really care, if I'm honest. No, that's not true, actually. I think it would be quite interesting to know but that is the paper difference. So still a little bit transparent, but the colour is relatively noticeable. It doesn't bother me. I think also I'm going to be using these as just general sticky notes, I think, because I think having like week plans and like ongoing to-do lists and project to-do lists that I can transfer from space to space is quite useful. I went for the, is it the Alatone? It's funny because I'm actually Italian, so I can say that with an Italian accent, but I won't because it feels somewhat pretentious. Do you know, I actually forgot I was going to get a page keeper, and then I actually forgot to do it. So I will be getting one of those from one of the local resellers. So let's just pop the book straight in. Oh yeah, that's cute. And that has plenty of space for a pen, or multiple pens even, potentially. It's got space to grow, it's got space to fluff, it's got space for the sticky notes, there's the space at the back as well, I guess for the memo pads. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I wanted to get the letter cover, the one with the like twist tie, because I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I thought it was so, so beautiful, but I realised that it was PVC, and I feel like for that much money, that's not a cover that I will use 1 year and never come back to it. Oh my god, these are so cute. So that sticky can stay here, not here. That's very nice. So these are little sticky tabs, colour coded by month. And what I'm basically thinking is that, so what I'm going to be doing in this is I write my gratitude in the morning, then I write a little bit of a quote that I get from an email that comes to me every day, and I have these tarot card stickers that I use to write an affirmation, and then there's a little bit of space, not very much space left. That's sort of the point. That's why I got the memo pages, because I figured that if I have more to write, I can always just stick in an extra, you know, I can write on both sides of the paper and then I can stick it in one way or the other, and I'll use it a bit like a commonplace book, I suppose, or something. I'm planning on using the front for media tracking, so what I'm consuming, which is what I've been using the cousin for. But then I've been using the weekly pages to write my gratitude, but then there's too much space on the daily page, so I've downsized for this year. And then if I have an add-in page, I'm going to use these sticky tabs. I also expect that, so you've got 40 sheets per colour, so I expect that this will possibly last me like multiple years. I don't imagine that's going to be something that that I'm going to use up quickly, because I'm not really adding in an awful lot ever, really. Does that fit in there? I think that might go in the back. Maybe I'll put one of these. No, actually, I'm not going to put those in there at all because the paper doesn't match anyway. So I'll keep the memo book, the memo pad in the back. I'll keep the sticky notes in the front. The index stickers, I'm just going to tuck in there, and I will stick them on another time or right now. Should I do it right now? I don't really have time. I should be working. Hey baby. And there's, oh, that one doesn't have the months on it. So that's just blank. I quite like that. This is the cat. Her name is Delicious. Actually, I'm going to bring these to the front. Hi, baby. Do you want to join me? Right, let's do it now. Let's see how easy they are to set up. There you go, so easy you can do them one-handed. Don't really love these page keepers. I don't think that they're very useful. I don't think they sort of work very well, but that's okay. And then that as a pen loop. How much of that was actually visible? How much of that was just completely off the screen? Well, if that's the case, so be it. Right, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of obsessed. I don't love how much that springs open with the memo books inside. It doesn't even seem to be exclusive to the memo books. It just seems to want to spring open, but I expect that that will take a more flattened shape if I store it underneath something. I'm not really sure what to do with the memo books at this point. Maybe I'll just pop them both in here. Will they fit in there? The cat's escaping. They'll fit. And maybe that just needs to be tucked in elsewhere. And then when it comes to writing, I'll just have to take them out. I don't actually have a pencil board. I might put this in there while I'm at it. Don't actually have a pencil board because I just don't like them. I like the feeling of writing on the paper, on the pad of the paper. I also don't normally use the ballpoint pens. I use fountain pen, so I tend to write quite light. That needs to be separated. I'm going to jam a match through that to separate that out. But for now, I will leave that pen attached. And that is what it looks like. It's not ideal with the pen attached in there. I don't love it. Nope, I do love it. That's great. Oh, and I should open this as well. So I can confirm that there are no moving parts. It is just a cute little paperweight. He's actually kind of cute. I'm going to keep him up here. and it says, "You love you." And that is true. I do love me. I'm just going to keep it there. I'm going to keep the packaging. I might give him away if there's someone who is really, really desperate for one, who I come across. Because I didn't order from Hobonichi, so I would get the paperweight. But he is cute, so I'm just going to leave him out. That's it. Okay, bye the internet. That's everything. All right, I'm going to go and try and catch up on the work.